Greetings and welcome to this part of Let's Play the Journeyman project to Buried in Time, rather. We've just rescued Arthur from the Farnstein station, so he's with us now. He has probably some snide comment about our location. I thought it was a very nice and touching sentiment that Professor Farnstein gave us when he asked us to rescue Arthur. Let's hope it's worth it.
Gage, one word. Curtains.
Yep, it's worth it.
Hey, now that's nice. Birthday present?
He's pretty much gonna criticize everything in our apartment. Which kinda hurts because I haven't bought this stuff yet. Fake fruit. Anyway. We need to go prepare for a return trip to the station.
Kinda defeats the purpose of ping pong, doesn't it?
Now there's lots of stuff that I could show Arthur. Let's just focus on what we need for now. Which is another cheese girl. Let's see. I think the game is not liking me recording it a bit. It's dropping interface parts every now and then. Which is inconvenient to say the least.
Did you win that by flicking the dime in the dish? Has that bird thing ever fooled anyone?
Right, so now we've got a cheese girl. Now I just want to show these books.
Gage, please tell me these books came with the apartment. So what do you consider light reading? The toaster manual?
Antique books for display purposes only. Please do not touch.
Ah, I see. You have books and none of them can be read. Gets me in the mood for some of that non-drinkable water.
Anyway, since I already saved this game in a previous attempt to record this, let's continue on. Back to Farnstein's lab. Now, in walk-through mode you don't actually end up out in space, you end up right in the middle of the station. Just to show how difficult how easy that game mode is. Now,
well, somewhere under all that ceiling foam is the door to, well, what used to be the hydroponics module. Nothing special, just your garden variety greenhouse. Garden variety, sorry. The doc used to spend a lot of time in here, gardening. It's all automated, of course, so I'm not sure why he bothered, especially the way he set up all kinds of lockout routines to keep me out. I got on his nerves, he said. I have no idea what he meant, but I got the picture anyway that he wanted to be alone. Come on, let's move on.
Pressure variance too great. Door may not be opened until pressure is equalized.
The airlock on the other side must still be pressurized. That's why this door won't open. I can put out an audio override code to bypass the safety interlocks, but the rest will be up to you. Here goes.
Emergency door release initiated. Please stand by.
uh-oh. last time the door exploded when I did that. Let's go in, and we got an explosive charge. But no time to dilly-dally. We're running out of oxygen fast.
These lifts weren't used too often. The atmosphere mining is all automated, so they're really only for maintenance. Doc used to come up here every once in a while, because it's really quite beautiful inside the asteroid, but it's such a pain to suit up, I suppose.
Now let's check the cabin if there's anything useful. Not seeing any loose items. Or if there are... Nah. Alright then.
I know, it looks pretty scary, but don't worry. There's no gravity, remember? So as long as you hold on to something, you won't fall off.
Yeah, I'm being a bit sparing with Arthur's commentary, because I do want to keep moving. Because it's very oxygen deprived in space. Now there is a terminal here that can refill my oxygen. Which is fortunate.
Doc wanted to make this place self-sufficient, so he set all this up when he refurbished the station. It's a simple idea, really. He kept...
Yeah, sorry I interrupted him there. I just set up the ice mining operation. Because it's just cool to look at. And it basically just explains... Arthur was about to explain what it does. Right, so now we're going to turn that ice into O2 and water.
That's just a plug-in controller that we use to test the mining program. It runs a simple mining cycle on one of the remotes.
Alright, so now we have air. We can move up. Alright, I don't think we can go any further up. Ah, here's another lift. Let's check if this one has anything useful. I know. Ah! A water canister that is empty. Well, nothing for it now. Let's continue to where Arthur said the vandalism of his artwork was occurring. Well, I can see the station is broken off there.
This looks like it's in worse shape than the habitat wing, but really it's just the corridor that got hit hard. The lab was on the center section, though. It was sheared off completely, and had my studio and Doc was in the shower. I don't think it got hit directly, though. Just the section of the corridor was attached to collapse, and it tumbled away.
And that's my first death. Alright, I solved 3 of 20 puzzles, 5 of 15 researched. Anyway, that's just to show that death does occur in this game. Not the most amusing death, but it does mean we need to plan ahead. So let's begin again. There are much more amusing deaths later on. But I like it when a game gives you a chance to fail at something you totally didn't see coming. Alright. It does mean we have to hurry though, so again I will not be showcasing much of Arthur's dialogue. There'll be plenty more time for that in an area that isn't devoid of oxygen. Though he is funny to have.
Alright. The passageway has been destroyed, so the only way we're going to get to the biomass process is through the asteroid. We're going to have to hurry, though, because it's all in vacuum and your oxygen reserve isn't going to get you very far. You'll have to take the atmosphere mining.
What am I gonna do next? Flashlight under my face?
Amazing how much he can talk to himself while he's talking.
That always seemed to work in Scooby-Doo.
That's me? That's not me.
This is the station's power source. All those big Tylenols store the charge collected by the solar sails and distribute them to various parts of the station. I guess I'm looking at my end here. When that blue glow fades, so will I. Or at least one of me. God, I feel like a saved game.
So, I guess I haven't gotten rid of you after all. You just pop up in different spots like whatever pops up in different spots. So was corrupting my work not enough? Back to finish the job? What? Gage, be honest with me. Does my voice really sound that dorky?
Yep.
And I thought I was being rescued. I'm breathing my last breaths here, and I get visited by Guido, the space vandal. Come all this way to tamper with my sculptures. What are you, an art critic?
Alright, now we are here. But we don't need to inflate this because then we can't get out. We need to pressurize that. Of course, if we do that, it will use up all the oxygen supply stored in the station. Which means the supply station will be completely devoid of oxygen.
So, what do? Travel around space looking for derelict
Right now, I really cannot
terrorize
afford
the
to waste
survivors
any
by
more time.
redecorating while they're helpless? What'd you do? Bring a spray can too?
%. Alright. Just keep moving. Keep moving. We can make this.
Pressure variance too great. Door may not be opened until pressure is equalized.
The airlock on the other side must still be pressurized. That's why this door won't open. I can put out an audio override code to bypass the safety interlocks, but the rest will be up to you. Here goes.
Emergency door release initiated. Please stand by.
Take shallow breaths.
Doc wanted to make this place self-sufficient, so he set all this up when he refurbished the station. It's a simple idea, really. You capture a large asteroid composed mainly of water ice, bore through the center, and set up a mining rig on a cable track. The ice is mined away from the inside out and melted at the junctions at either end and pumped down to the atmosphere plant on the station proper. There, some of it's broken down into oxygen for breathable air and hydrogen for the attitude jets and backup generator. This is mostly why Doc decided to move the station into orbit near Saturn's rings. Here, there is an unlimited supply of asteroids, and considering the station's only supporting a crew of one, Doc would only need to replace it once every decade or so.
Alright. Here comes the ice. need to turn it into air. Right, 30% remaining. Plenty of time. Just breathe.
This generates the gravitational field for the mass driver rings. A lot of ice shavings get caught in the inversion coils and melt, so there's a water trap built in. That's the purge valve on the right. There's also an oxygen reserve connection on the left in case a maintenance job takes too long or something.
Yeah, well. Alright, now we can go up. That's not up, this is up. Up and away we go. And then into this thing. Oh. Showed the bottle on the other side when I came in. Alright.
These lifts weren't used too often. The atmosphere mining is all automated, so they're really only...
We're going out again. Don't need to hear that particular track, because we've already heard it. So why am I going down again? Because I need to fill this canister with water. I find it very unlikely I'll find it at any other place I'm going. So, oh wait, I need to zoom in first. So, connect that. Push the valve. Fill it up with water. Yeah. You need to think of this before you actually do this. Before you leave again. Or you'll have to come back again to fill it up. Luckily, once it's filled up for good, basically. Kind of like the unlimited amount of money you had in Monkey Island 3. Ooh, did not like that shake. Right, let's go. Let's go solve this. And be done with this darn station. And its endless supply of non-oxygen. And that sentence made no sense. Alright. Into the airlock. And now there's air. So at least we will not have to worry about air while we are walking around in here. Or walking, floating rather.
The other guy who was in here went around and interacted with all the sculptures like he was looking for the right one. Funny, he really seemed to know what he was doing. The one he eventually settled on is at Programming Station C. You can call this the maternity ward. This is where I was born. The huge womb in the center is where the neurosynaptic polymer gel that makes up my brain mass is grown. Ringing it are the programming stations. Kinda homey, isn't it?
Alright.
Well, this is the one. If you touch it, you can see what it's supposed to do. Whatever he did to it only shows up in reaction to a specific harmonic resonance. But why go to all this trouble?
That is a very good question. For another time. Because the 20 minutes are up. So I will see you all next time.